Good morning to all of you. My name is Upendra Singh, MTech Dairy Technology, Department of Dairy Science and Food Technology, ISBHU. Today is my presentation topic is audit and inspection. Move on the next slide. Next, next is topic to be discussed. First of all, introduction. Second is do we need quality assurance, and who should be involved in the QA process, audit and inspections, how to prepare for an audit, next is major mistakes, problems mistakes, and next is alternative system of inspection and audit. Next topic is local audit and accountability act 2014. Next topic discusses role of audits in food safety and limitation of audits. Last point is discussed improving audit and inspections. Move on the next slide. First of all, introduction. It is important there are appropriate audit and inspections arrangement in place. For the purpose of this report, public audit refers to financial audit providing an opinion of financial accounts and whether value for money VFM arrangement are in place. Next point is audit and inspection are often seen the interrelated with inspection and extension of audit into performance. Last topic is district audit service was set up in 1844 originally as part of the treasury to ensure the probity and proper stewardship on public money. Next, next slide is quality assurance is maintenance and responsibility of sponsor. The sponsor is responsible for implementing and maintaining quality assurance and quality control system with written SOPs to ensure that trials are conducted and data are generated, documented, recorded in compliance with protocol, GCP, and applicable regulatory requirements. Next point is the sponsor is responsible for securing arrangement for all involved parties in ensure the direct access. Next is all trial related sites, source data documents, and reports for the purpose of maintaining, monitoring, and auditing by the sponsor, inspection by domestic and foreign regulatory authorities. Move on the next slide. Who should be involved in QA process? You can see in this slide quality of the study. First is the biometric team, second is sponsor, next monitor and monitor study operation team, next is health authorities, this is patient, and ethics committee, institution, this is a investigator team, and this is a QA team. Whole of the quality of the study. And next slide is the quality assurance procedure and inspection. First, audit and the independent systematic action ensure the quality of study data generated is accurate, reliability, and Right is the protected and followed GCP, SOPs and applications in the country. Next point is the inspection act by regulatories of conducting an official review of document records and any other resources that are deemed by the authorities. Second point is the support regulatory authorities decision, the acceptability of data, regulatory compliance etc. Uh, when the data from the trial will be used for authorities approval. Move on next. In this slide, preparation for audit. Should start from the beginning of the study. Next, ensure that we have the documents to prove that study has been conducted properly and all parties understand the protocol procedure and any concern raised by any party should be conducted. Last point is the third party audits are relied upon within a single company or supply chain for a number of regions. For some, it is a genuine desire to improve food safety and quality sanitation. Next slide is major mistakes and problems mistakes. In this slide, first point is the misconnect of the study. First is study not being approved and major protocol violation, and third is fraud data, cause loss of reputation of investigator of the institute. Next is loss of reputation of sponsor, withdrawal, termination of product license. Auditors' job is to find mistake and don't arrange or make up. EC will be find anyway. And to be true when everything is perfect. Last point is the as long as the mistake is minor and acceptable. Next, uh, in this slide, alternative system of inspection and audit. Uh, First is the topic. It is possible, I believe, to devise a method of audit and inspection that is committed to the achievement of common agreed standards. Next one, it is would be possible, however, to achieve a consensus about that what basic standard should be even about desirable improvement in these our time. That would be not be divided inspected from the inspectors. Next point is the government has to some degree moved towards such an acknowledgement in this advocacy of specialist schools and even foundations hospitals. Through it is clear that the purpose of favoring not only difference but also enhance stratification and ranking. Move on the next slide. This slide continue. Uh, One of the purpose of inspectors would be in consultancy of uh, facilitation mode to assess and catalyze these process of these one acknowledgement and experience. Audits would be required first to report on how fair institution met basic objectives, a process of inspections and audit which encourage inno- innovation and discovery might one would hope have some effect on the way down on the habits of management staff, couples, and clients themselves. Last point is the much stress is now led by government on responsiveness to customers and customer satisfaction as criteria of good practice and good governance. Move on next slide. In this slide, mention local audits and accountability act 2014. First of all, section 1, the main finding, and section 2, evolution of the new audit regime and audit commission evolution. Section 3, fragment fragmentation of public sector audit regulatory space and accountability under the new audit regime. And section 4, audit independence. And section 5 is audit scope. Section 6 is inspection and improving services. And section 7, competition competition in the audit market and audit fees. Section 8 is mention the implications of accountability and democracy. Last section 9 is conclusion. Come on the section 1 is next slide. Section 1 main finding. The main finding of this report, the public audits should be seen to serve the public interest. Public audit is not just another professional services. This audit is, and inspection system is not broken in terms of what it does, but the question is whether it does not the right thing. Next point is the currently for local government, it is know what local authorities. Next, section number 2, evolution of the new audit regime and audit commission evolution. It is important there is post legislative security of the local audit and accountability act 2014 to ensure the new audit and inspection regime is fit for purpose together with an evolution of the business case for audit commission evolution. Second point is the outside of post legislative security, a broader review of the financial sustainability of local government and other local public bodies in general should consider the impact and implications arising from the new regime for the audit accountability arrangements. Come on the next point. In this slide, section number 3, fragmentation of public sector audit regulatory space and accountability under the new audit regime. The new audit regime is more fragment compared to the audit commission. However, in passing the local audit and accountability act 2014 parliament deliberately deliberately wanted to separate functions. Next point is if a separate body was established, should it cover all public bodies, only local public bodies? Last point is the this is would cut across central government departments and so need wide support. Next slide. Section 4, Auditor Independence. In this slide, as a principle uphold auditor independence, local authorities should not be able to approve their own authorities. The public interest is for the auditors to represent the public and not the offers and councillors of the local authorities. And the principle of independent appointment of auditors for all local bodies was bridged under the new local audit regime. And the last point in practice, however, most local authorities adopted the central procurement arrangement of the PSA. Next slide. Section 5. Section number 5, Audit Scope. Audit. The Audit Commission had both audit and inspection elements to their regime. The additional responsibilities around the inspection extended the auditor work to give a qualitative assessment that led to ranking and legume table. Uh, Next point is this led to perception of the audit commission being regulator and not merely on an auditor. This led to the perception of the audit or commission being a regulator and not merely an auditor. Next, in this slide, section number 6, inspection and improving services. However, contrary to popular belief, the inspection and intervention were never part of the audit. What is separate function that has caged the sector lead approach of the LGA is there as a voluntary means of the sector improving itself and is not designed to be substitute of the audit commission and inspection process. Next point is the MHCLG should not therefore attach too much weight on that in the accountability system. Next slide, section number 7, com- competition in the audit market and audit fees. The new audit regime has failed to increase audit market competition for local government. The cost of the new audit regime and audit fees are lower, reflecting reduction in audit scope, change in activity, and procurement effectiveness. And what benefit have also has been lost. Uh, the quality components of the procurement in bid process should be higher, and staff training in technology. This is the important. Come on the next slide. Section number 8, implications for accountability and democracy. Arrangement for local people to be informed about VFM and fairness are not in place. The new audit regime provides an opinion on financial audit and conclusion of whether VFM arrangement were in place. However, it does not say there was a delivery of VFM or if fairness has been achieved. This is this is something that the lost of the from an accountability and a democracy perspective under the new local audits regime. Next slide is the role of audits in food safety. In this slide, the popularity of third-party audits has increased corresponding to a shift in food safety governance away from government regulations and inspection toward the development of private food safety standard. There are many different food safety standards available to food procurement and manufacture even within a single industry segment. And third party audits are relied upon within a single company or supply chain for a number of regions. Next point is it is has been determined that creating a food safety culture is imperative to an effective food safety risk management system. And come on the next slide. Limitations of audits. In this slide, limitations of audits. Audit system in their current form of have limitations in improving food safety. There are no current imperial evolutions that look at the correlation between audit scores and foodborne illness. And next point is the third party audits are among among us in many way to regulatory manipulate inspections of food services operations, the effectiveness of both audit and inspection. Next point is the food service inspection is a concern cornerstone of local public health. At inspection scores can be poor predictor of foodborne illness. Next is the improving audits and inspections. In this slide, discuss the food safety auditors and inspectors are integral part of the food safety system, and their use will be expanded in the future for both domestic and important food stuff. Auditing can be helpful in theory. Audit reports are only useful in the purchaser who required them review the results. Audit and inspections can assist in the development of a food safety culture by dictating and criteria for the sale of goods. And next, come on the next slide. Section number 7, com- competition in the audit market and audit fees. The new audit regime has failed to increase audit market competition for local government. The cost of the new audit regime and audit fees are lower, reflecting reduction in audit scope, change in activity, and procurement effectiveness, and what benefit have also has been lost. Uh, the quality components of the procurement in bid process should be higher, and staff training in technology. This is the important. Come on the next slide. These are references of PPTs, and thank you for everyone, and complete the presentation.